Alright, hello guys. So this is going to be what I'm going to be doing in regards of the supports for Eirika's route. Because there are units that I do want to get supports with because hey, this is how the supports I usually go for, and I want to show them off. I'm going to be doing them in the Tower of Volney. Now, I do want to avoid giving any of my units any little bit of extra experience. Granted, it is kind of cheating that I am getting 2 units to support, because when 2 units support, obviously they get better stats. But I'm doing this because I want to just show you, like, the reason, well, not the reason, but you have no idea how many, like, experimentation or, like, kind of mapping out which characters I believe get together with which character. Now, every time I play Fire Emblem, that's, like, a big factor when I play. Like, I try to pair up a lot of the units together. And in this case, like, some of the characters, for example, Cyrene and Gilliam, like, I never knew these two had a support. Neither did I know that they had a double ending. So when I found this out, I was like, oh, well, I guess this might make sense. So here we go. Gilliam, long time no see. Cyrene, it's been a while. You look great. Likewise, Gilliam. What is it, Cyrene? Is there something on my face? Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. You're still one of the best looking men in Frelia's army. Hey! You know I hate it when you tease me. What is that smile about? You're making me very nervous. You were with me on my first mission as one of Frelia's Pegasus Knight Elite? What? Do you remember? Was I really? I hardly remember. I have a tough time picturing the famous Cyrene as a green recruit. It really was a long time ago. Oh, really? What do you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Just that you've always been one of Frelia's finest warriors. Gilliam, this mission matters more to me than that first mission did. I understand. Much more hangs in the balance if we fail. We won't fail. I won't allow it. Don't be a hero. Thanks, Gilliam. I'm grateful that you're here with me. So yeah, that's just a little taste of the pairs between these two. So this is what I've been doing. Since I'm not using Dozler or Dusul in Eirika's route, I'm using them to block off any of the zombies that come running down, and then just do this. So yeah, I am grinding for supports, but and as soon as I do, I think if you sound the retreat, you won't lose the support. God damn it. So yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing for all the characters. I'm going to show all the conversations that happen. Do not worry. These guys are at B, right? Yeah, they are. They're at C. There we go. Dots. Even more dots. Yes? There's something I wanted to ask. You're from Pelin. Do you know if my father has ever visited your village? He has. I myself have never seen his noble personage. However, I have heard that Dara met him once when she was young. Dara being the elder, like grandma or whatever. Some monsters had wandered into Pelin, and the Great Dragon saved us. Really? I wonder why my father chose to help you. That I cannot guess. We poor humans cannot hope to grasp the thinking of the Great Dragon. Dots. My father has dedicated his life to protecting humans. For the longest time, I could not fathom why he would do this. But now, after spending time with all of you, I begin to understand how he felt. The Great Dragon. I'm sure that I will continue to fight as he did, for all humanity. I am truly grateful that you feel that way, Great Dragon. Oh, well there you go. Mer's starting to, like, understand her father's motives. Anyway, A rank! What's wrong? You're spacing out. I'm sorry, Prince Inez. Watching you shoot that arrow reminded me of something. What's that? The time you demonstrated your archery skills at the King's birthday ceremony. You shot 3 arrows simultaneously and hit 3 different targets. I was so impressed I still remember that moment like it was yesterday. Well, even though there were 3 targets, they were only about an arm length apart. Arm lengths. That's pretty damn close. He was a little kid, this guy. It wasn't like shooting 3 enemies in battle. It's only an exhibition trick. Even so, you couldn't have done it without strong accuracy and concentration. It made a very strong impression on me. I've admired your skills ever since then. Vanessa, Was it my skills you were admiring? Or was it me? Hey! What? Just kidding. Kind of. Since when do you kid? You're not the type of person who jokes around. But I'm impressed that you remembered it. I had forgotten it until just now. I have always been watching you, and always been admiring you. I hope that doesn't sound too creepy. I don't know what to say. I've always known you as a knight. A great knight, in fact. When this war is over, I would like to get to know the other side of you. The woman. Yes, let's go, Vanessa. Don't ever leave my side from now on. Don't worry, Prince Inez, I will follow you anywhere. Hot damn! Alright, so there you go. That's the S rank between those two done, and now I sound the retreat. And that's all I'm going to be doing. That's simply all I'm going to be doing. So, hold on a second until I get to the next one. Okay, Cyrene and Gilliam B support rank. Gilliam, how are you doing? Everything's fine for now, but... Cyrene, you look pale. Are you feeling unwell? I'm fine, Gilliam. Don't worry about me. Dots. Dots. Cyrene. People come to you when they need advice, right? They do, yes. Why do you ask? Don't tell me you need some advice from me. Yeah. Can we talk? Oh, well, of course. People come talk to me too, but must be the wisdom of age or something. But I don't know what to say. What do you do if you have no advice to give? That happens all the time, but I've learned something. People feel better as soon as they let it out. They just want you to listen. We're fighting a war. It's only natural that people get scared and need comfort. Do you get scared? Gilliam. Is that all just an attempt to probe me for my problems? Oh, don't worry. If I ever have any problems, I'll be sure to come to you. Oh, I'm always here. Thanks, Gilliam. Oh, that's sweet. So Gilliam is just worried about Cyrene, that's all. That's all right there, boy. Alright, so do you guys have supports yet? Not yet. So I'll just get this quickly. Aha! It's not such a good idea for you to dance too close to the front lines. Thanks for worrying about me, Ewan. But are you sure it's not just the jealousy talking? That's not it at all. It's dangerous, that's it. I'm sorry, but you know, Ewan, since you joined up with the army, you really have gotten stronger. He definitely damn has. I have, haven't I? So I'm no longer a novice, right? No, you've truly grown, I'm glad, but also a little sad. Hmm? So when I'm a full-fledged mage, you're gonna be sad? I guess so. A little sad, anyways. I'm so much older than you that I've always thought of you as a child. That's why I thought I had to protect you. You know, at the beginning of all this, I really was treating it like a game. Then I saw the dangers you faced to help everyone. I knew I couldn't treat it like a game any longer. Battles threaten people's lives and need to end quickly. That's why I need to boost my powers. I want to help you and the others. I have to become a full-fledged mage to really do my part. So don't be sad. I just want to protect you, Ewan. Aww. You've been looking after your little brother for so many years. Now it's my turn to return the favor. I mean, I am the man of the family. So from now on, I'm going to be helping you out. Thank you, Ewan. Hearing you say that makes me very happy. It proves to me how much you've truly grown. But that doesn't mean you need to rush off on your own or anything. If I thought you didn't need me anymore, I'd feel really sad. There's no reason to get all weepy. No matter how old I get, you'll always be my big sister. My one and only. Oh, the brother and sister relationship is so sweet. Alright, so go. Dots, dots, dots. Great dragon. I know I'm being rude, but I have a favor to ask. What is it? Would you please come to our village? To Cape Hill Inn? But Dara and the other villagers would be overjoyed to see you. The village is quite spare, but we would do our best to entertain you. You could stay for as long as you wanted. Saleh, you made that request on my behalf, didn't you? No, not at all. I apologize, I have been disgraceful. Oh, disrespectful, sorry. No, I'm pleased. However, I doubt I should stay too long. Why is that? It's because I'm a dragon. My father explained it to me. We are both human and monster. And because we are both, we are also neither. Ooh. We have the power of our dragons, therefore we cannot live together with humans. We have the hearts of humans, therefore we do not belong with monsters. We are outcasts in this world, never a part of either community. And so we live our lives alone, never to be understood by anyone. But there are humans whose actions make them monsters in the eyes of others. I do not think of you as such when there are many worse monsters among my own kind. Regardless, I believe the villagers would be most pleased to have you visit. Saleh, thank you. Your words have cheered me up a little. Please wait for my answer when all this is finished. When peace returns, I'll give you my answer then. I understand. And when I do return to Dark Ignorance, I will not be sad. Because of the time I've spent with you, the memories you've given me, I shall not be lonely. I shall never feel like an outcast again. Yay! Hooray for Lady Myr. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, for the final supports before we head into the big chapter. Gilliam, I'll be there. Cyrene, don't be a hero. Gilliam, you're always telling me to be careful. You know full well I watch over everyone. It's what I do. But you're the one who always watches over me. Cyrene. You know why I stay close to you? Just to hear you say that. Dots. Gilliam. Is that all you want me to hear? Is that all you want to hear me say? What do you... Cyrene. When this war is over... Dots and dots. Let's get married. Yeah! Gilliam. Don't answer now. When this war is over, when we get back to Frelia. Wait until then, will you? Wait until then to tell me. Gilliam, you needn't wait that long. You already know my answer. But if that's what you want, Gilliam, then yes. I will wait until the war is over before I give my answer. Gilliam, good luck. Cyrene, good luck to you. So there you go, that's the A rank between those two. And now that that's done, we can finally move on to the fight. What fight is it? Oh, the final fight. But I guess before that, I guess I can do like a little pre chapter cliffhanger kind of thing. I don't know what you call this. So let's have a look at the units that I do have. Actually, can I do something quickly? Let me just do this. I just want to sort out my units first. Because I have 2 units, so I don't want to be there. Let's just get this out of the way. Alright, so let's unselect you two. So don't mind me, guys, just doing what I need to do. New. That's it. Yep. Alright, so let's do this. Alright. So now let's have a look at the units that we have, shall we? After I retreat. So. Oh wow, there's eggs here! Oh, I didn't know there were eggs here! Oh my god, this makes it a great riding spot. But no, we'll retreat. Let's get out of here. Alright, so now that this is out of the way, let's go to this lovely place, and let's go over everyone. So, before the game begins, we have Eirika still holding the silver card, which I don't want her to do that, so let me just get rid of that. Give her like a good sword, right? So whatever. Lance Revo, why not? Alright, anyway. Let's go over the units we got. We have Ephraim, S rank in Lances, level 3 Great Lord. And no, those are very good stats. But it's because I'm only saying because he is kind of low leveled compared to everyone else. But that's because he's not really needed. He wasn't the main he's not spotlighted in this chapter as well as everyone else is. And it's why the reason I left him out of the last chapter. But because we're going to be forced to use him in the final few chapters, that's why he's here. Also, I gave him the Killer Lance, Axe Reaver, Regan Leaf, Siegmund, Killer Lance, just because, hey, I want him to get some crits. Axe Reaver, because he doesn't have a counter to axes. Reganleaf because it's a weapon he can only use, and the Siegmund because, you know, I'm going to be wielding legendary weapons from now on. So that is Ephraim. Next we have Renak. A B in swords, unfortunately. It's kind of disappointing. Stat-wise, he's pretty average. He only got like he's only gotten 2 level up, so he's not going to be doing great. He was an already promoted unit, or post promoted. I don't know what you call those units, but yeah. So he was already promoted. Therefore, his stats aren't going to be too great. But he is good. He is a good addition to the team, and I've given him quite a stack full of great items to wield. The Steel Blade's going to weigh him down heaps, so I'm probably not going to use that. The key items will probably be the Light Brand and the Brave Sword, as well as the YM Slayer, but I'll get into that reason later on. Next we have Cormag. Cormag is D rank in swords, A rank in lances, still not S rank yet, but he will be very soon. Stat-wise, very, very strong and defensive, so he's pretty much a flying tank, but has a lot more oomph than oomph. HP is doing pretty good as well. Keep in mind, he does have the Speed Wing enhancement because of the chapter when I try to use him against Volta. I shouldn't have done that, because, you know, I usually like to have units who grow naturally, and then when I need it, then I use the stat increasing items. But, so technically he only has 14 speed, which is kind of unfortunate, because he usually gets a little bit more than that. And I'm surprised he doesn't get a lot of skill. This is probably the worst skill Cormac I've had, but not... No, actually this is probably one of the worst ones I've had, in general. I've had a Cormac who's max strength, skill, and speed with ease. And my god, was he a force to be reckoned with by that time. And that was when he was Wyvern too, so that's pretty good. I gave him spears, I guess Spear, Brave Lance, a Steel Sword, and a Silver Lance. Which are nice weapons to have. He's only got a Steel Sword because he's only got a D in swords, but hopefully he'll be able to upgrade that to maybe a Killing Edge by the end of this, but you never know. Next we have Eirika. Eirika S rank in swords, has a support A rank with Seth. Stats, she's doing much better than how she started. She's getting the speed that she missed. She could do with a little bit more strength, and she's got a lot more HP for an Eirika, and a lot more defense as well. So this isn't a bad Eirika. This is actually pretty impressive, so I will not put her down by any means. Though her early game was really terrible. That's the unfortunate thing with her. I gave her, because she has the supply convoy, I gave her all weapons. So I gave her Rapier, Killing Edge, Silver Sword, Sieglund because it's a legendary weapon, and a Lance Reaver because she doesn't have a cancel to swords. Granted, the Lance Reaver is going to break, but I don't think there's going to be that many Lances. I don't know, there's going to be few. But I'm going to see more axes, I think, than lances in the next chapter. And very little swords, so keep that in mind. Seth, Paladin, AA, swords and lances, A rank with Eirika. Stats-wise, other than the amazing 6 stat growth, Seth is doing okay. For a pre-promoted unit, he's... Oh, not pre... Is it pre-promoted? Is that what we call them? Well, whatever he is. For an already promoted unit, he's gotten some good stat growths. With each level up, I think the lowest he's got was 3? A 3 up? But that's pretty impressive for a Seth, so I'll gladly take it. He's holding an even bunch, so he's got both Silver Sword, Silver Lance. I gave him a Javelin for the range, and the Zan Bato for reasons which we'll be seeing in the next chapter. Next we have Natasha, D in Light, and an S rank in her staves. Now I was debating if I should have had Natasha get an S rank in Light, sorry. But that would have taken too much time, so I decided to just go with the S rank in staves. You know, I don't think you get a bonus in the S rank in staves, it's just so you can use Latona. That's really only the thing with it. Stat-wise, she is pretty darn good. Magic speed, luck, and resistance all passing the 20 mark. Granted, she's not really going to be useful when it comes to defending against physical units, but she can destroy any of them by a distance if they can't counterattack. And she's really good with Joshua because her skill is kind of low, so you're not going to get a lot of it, but, you know, that's why the next guy's Metro is here. I gave her Mend, Barrier, and the Physic. Barrier, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be using that a lot. The Mend and the Physic are just there, so Mend is adjacent, Physic is for hard to reach allies who are in other places. And I gave her the Shine and Lightning tomes, just because, hey, why not? Next we have Joshua, S rank in swords, A rank with Natasha. This Joshua can do with a little bit more speed, but I am kind of happy that he does have a bit more defense than I usually have with other Joshuas. He could also do with a little bit more strength. I mean, granted, it's not his best thing, but maybe a little bit more would have been nice. His HP's fine, his skill is fine, but yeah, his speed is what's lacking, unfortunately. So, for Joshua, I gave him a Killing Edge, a Silver Sword, and the Ardhulma, and I should give him something else. Eirika, do you have something? Who has a sword that I can give him? Maybe I'll just give you the Zanbato. Maybe I'll give you the Zanbato, yeah. I'll give you the Zanbato, and I'll give... Oh wait, no, you know what I was going to do? I know what I was going to do. Give the Zanbato back to Alright, so I was going to go to the shop with... Oh heck, I'll just buy it. No, I don't want to buy it at full price, that's a lot. Never mind. Hang on, let me just do this quickly. Sorry, failed, I should have been prepared. You gotta prepare yourself, because if you're not preparing yourself, then you're freaking up like a dum-dum and don't do that great. We're gonna need a Lance Reaver for Josh. Alright, so Joshua, put that away, and take it out. There we go, now he's got a Lance Reaver, so he can counter Lance units, because he can't with what he has. Alright, next we have Franz, B in Swords, A in Lances, and an A rank with Amelia. Already maxing out speed, which is awesome to see, but it's also kind of unfortunate. He is level 7, which means he still has 13 or 14 level ups to get another speed growth, but because he's already maxed it out, that's unfortunate for him. Which is kind of sucky, because I don't think the Great Knight isn't any better. I think the Great Knight is slower than the Paladin, so that's the unfortunate thing about it. He has a lot of strength, which is really, really nice. So he's kind of glass cannon, but he has the durability with his defensive resistance, so it's not that bad. And he's got a lot of HP to go with it. For items, did I really not? I completely ignored Franz. Yeah, I completely ignored him. All right, let me just get stuff for this guy. Right, let's put away the Vulnerary, because that's gonna... Okay, so the silver card is gonna be the Vulnerary. Let's see what I'm gonna get for this guy. So let's go to the shop with him, see what I can buy for him. Alright, we can get the Killing Edge, so get that. Get the Silver Lance. And the Killer Lance. And then I'll give him a Javelin. And there we go. And that's Franz, ladies and gentlemen. Killer weapons and a javelin. Where is it? There it is. And put that away. So yeah, this is my Franz. Nothing much to say here, really. Just Franz. Except that he's really good at attack and speed. Amelia. Wait. Oh no, you're the same. Alright, Amelia is a B in Swords, A in Lances, A with Franz. Really good stats all across the board. She could do a little bit more strength, but that's fine. This Amelia is A-okay as she is. Not the best Amelia I've had. I'm actually kind of surprised, because I'd wager to say that this Franz is better than this Amelia. But they have their strengths and weaknesses. Like, Franz is the more extreme offensive and speedy one, while Amelia is kind of balanced everywhere else. So that's kind of the difference between these two, as well as Amelia's. Well, Amelia's now leveled up, and they're the same level, so yeah. Like if you flip through them, like you notice the slight changes within their stats. So yeah, that's kind of good. That's kind of good. Amelia's more defensive than Franz, so I give her the Iron Lance, the Silver Lance. Am I really going to give you an Iron Lance? I really don't want to give you that. Maybe I'll give you a good sword. Hold the Iron Blade. Why not? Silver Lance, Killing Edge, Javelin, and Iron Blade. Oh wait, next we have Ross, the Berserker, S rank in axes. He has pretty good stats actually. Kinda. His strength and luck are what makes him him. And his HP is pretty good too. He's pretty speedy for a Ross as well. I've heard that Ross doesn't really get a lot of speed, so that's kind of a big thing to keep in mind. And his skill is very low for a Ross as well. I've never seen this skill being this low before. Defense and resistance are fine as is. It's kind of typical for him to do that. So I've given him the halberd, these hatchets, because that's like Ross's signature item, the hatchet. That's how he started. That's what the item he started with. I gave him the sword reaver because he's an axe only unit. Silver axe for just basic, and the Garm because he has an S rank in axes. So yay. Garcia, an A rank still in axes, an E rank in bows, unfortunately. Obviously with Ross. His stats compared to Ross, he's a lot more skillful, so he can hit a little bit more. He's unfortunately not as lucky as Ross though, so that's the thing with it. Oops, I didn't look the wrong way. Defenses are pretty much equal. HP is obviously a little bit more tankier in. But yeah, they're actually kind of the same, these two. With just slight differences with the skill and the luck. I say slight when Garcia doesn't have any luck at all. And I've given him 2 killer axes, the Brave Axe, the Iron Bow, and the Hoplon Guard. Because he has the lowest luck in the entire team, I gave him the Hoplon Guard. I mean, Gilliam probably has the same amount of luck, but at least Gilliam has defenses to prevent it, so yeah, that's why he's got that. On that note, Gilliam is D, E, and A in his weapons for sword, axes, and lances. A rank with Cyrene. He is great. He's got good strength, good defense, and really good speed for a general as well. And he's got a lot of HP, so Gilliam is a really good wall to have. So that's a good thing about this guy. The items I've given him, because he can use all the weapons in the weapon triangle, I've got him a silver lance, short spear, steel sword, iron axe, heavy spear. Pretty much set to go all out on any unit that comes up to him, so it's pretty nice of him to do so. Cyrene, a C in swords, A in lances, A rank with Gilliam. For Cyrene, she's actually turning out to be a little bit more faster than she usually does for me. For the first few levels, like I think she's got 6 levels up. She was pretty average overall, but she's getting a lot of speed and skill, which is a good thing to see. And by doing that, she can actually be a little bit more useful because she can actually double attack a lot more than expected, and especially as a Pegasus Knight with very low constitution and the weapons I've given her. I'm hoping that she can actually use these for good. So yeah, I gave her the Killing Edge, Heavy Spear, Silver Lance, and Dragon Spear. Now I noticed there's not going to be any armored units in the next chapter, but I'm bringing Heavy Spears anyway because it's a fancy name. Next we have Saleh. Saleh is ABB for Anima, Light, and Staves. A rank with Myrrh. Stats-wise, not kind of happy with this Saleh. I mean, he does have his ups. Only in skill though. I mean, he's average. For a mage, he is pretty tanky. But he's just got like very, very average stats across the board. Even his HP isn't that impressive. But he does have like good mastery levels in Anima, Light, and Stabs though, so I guess that's what he's got going for him. Anyways, I've given him a Man, the Divine, an Elfire, and the Fimbulvert, or Fimbulvetter, Fimbulvert, whatever. And yeah, the A rank Animus weapon, so that's pretty nice. Pretty nifty, if I do say so myself. Next we have Myrrh. Nothing much to say about her except that she's a freaking boss of a unit. And now that she's got an A rank with Saleh, she's going to be like wrecking things when he's around. Dragonstone and a bunch of vulneraries, which is kind of typical. Next we have Tethys. Obviously doesn't really do much except dance, but you know, she's a dancer. Yay. Speed, luck, defense, resistance. Woo! Ewan. Oh god. Okay, so Ewan, A rank in Dark, D rank in Stabs, A rank with Tethys, and stats. Ewan is probably in the running for best character in this entire game, or in this playthrough. These stats are beautiful. Granted, he doesn't have HP or defense, but if he has the item Nosferatu, he's not going to be scared of anybody. I mean, unless they can do 35 base damage on him, then he can be a little bit scared, but other than that, like, keeping Ewan away from enemies, he's a really good just killing anything. And magic units got nothing on him. Next we have Vanessa, E in swords, S in lances, A rank with Inez. This Vanessa is actually turning out really nicely. Compared to Cyrene, she's, I think, a little bit more mobile, I think. Let's have a look. She's got higher stats in almost every category. Yeah, she's got higher stats in every category. HP? Yeah, even HP, and she is 1 level lower, so probably a better version of Cyrene, unfortunately, Cyrene. But yeah, that's Vanessa, ladies and gentlemen. Next, and I gave her the Javelin, Silver Lance, Iron Sword, and Vidovna, and I've also given her the Feely Shield. So there you go. Next we have Inez. Inez is an S rank of bows, A rank with Vanessa. Stats-wise, still average for 6 levels. Not too impressed, but it was a pre-promoted unit anyway, so I guess, hey, yeah, I guess we'll just do. We'll do with it what we've got. He's actually a lot quicker than I expected him to be, so thank you, Inez, for getting some speed. It is his highest main stat, not including HP, because that doesn't count. Killer Bow, Nidhogg, Killer Bow, Brave Bow. Give him a lot of killer weapons. Kind of got the gave him the Gilliam treatment, pretty much. Except Gilliam got a Iron Bow instead of the Nidhogg. Next we have Dozla. Wait, I'm not using Dozla. Oh, and that's it. Alright, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is my pre-battle thing for this fight coming up. Hopefully we can get this over and done with, but until then, I am 23volt, and I'll see you guys next time for when we actually do start the fight against the Demon King, or whatever we're fighting against in the Darkling Woods. So I'll see you there. Bye-bye.